Hello everyone, my name is Aditya Kumar, and today I'm going to talk about the different libraries which can automate the process of exploratory data analysis. There are different libraries which we have now in Python which have automated all the process of exploratory data analysis. We all understand, like, whenever we work on any machine learning projects, a lot of time we invest and effort goes into exploring the data, like what all the hidden facts and extract important information from a different data points and all. And sometimes it creates a lot of situation where the actual work of developing the model crunch is also been there. So the automation of all these through these all these libraries, I think, made our life very easy with the help of different libraries such as like Pandas Profiling, Dtale, Autowiz, and Sweewiz. Not only have saved a lot of time in order to analyze the different data points for exploratory data analysis, but also saves a lot of time in terms of visualizing and making some chart and beautiful charts in for the purpose of placing in our slide deck as well as presentations also. I'm going to show you the examples of these libraries from a particular structured data, how to get the different reports from each of these libraries, and how these libraries are real gem for the purpose of developing and working on any machine learning projects, right? So let's just quickly get to see the in Python and see how these libraries can be used. As I've told you, like we have Dtale, Pandas Profiling, and Sweetwiz and Autowiz libraries, which is being useful to automate the process of exploring data. We would be needing the examples of these four libraries and the output reports as well. And I'm sure at the end of looking at these reports, I think you guys will be very surprised to see the results, and will also think like how much time it has been saved up through these libraries and its automation, right? I have already installed these libraries in Python, like Dtale, Pandas Profiling, Sweetwiz, or Autowiz. If someone of you haven't installed this library, it's very simple. Like, you can see pip install, and any detail you can mention it, and then you can click, and you can run this statement to get this Dtale library installed, right? So that's how you can also install other libraries as well. I have already installed it, so I'll just quickly go ahead to see the reports output from coming from these libraries and all. So as I have shown you, the I have imported this particular data set. I have already showed you this particular data as well before. This is the insurance data, in case you want to take a quick look how the data looks like. So you can see we have so I think we need to install this as well. So I have not executed these different libraries and not activated, so I'm running it all over again. So it will take some time, and then once it will be done, we can proceed. Yeah, so I think now we can just run this. Yeah, so we have data is being imported. If you want to take a look how the data looks like, simply we can see df dot head. We can get the upper, like the like the top 5 observations here. So we have customer ID, state, and location code and all. So that's the same thing that you can see here. Now let's quickly talk about like what's the reports that we can get it from the Dtale library. So we can have to execute these statements only, like report is equal to Dtale dot show of a given data frame, and then it will show up in an open browser. So whatever the browsers has been open, so you can get the report. So let's quickly get the output results in an open browser. So there will be a new open browser will be opened up here, where all the outputs that you can see. So let's see. So let's just try and wait to open this one. Yeah, so you can see all the reports, all the data which has been analyzed here. You can see here, in case you want to analyze a couple of things, so you can go here. So you can get multiple action items, so you can show or hide particular columns. You can build any specific column based on difference of a two numeric variable, etc. You can also do that. In case you want to summarize a particular variable here, you can also have certain flexibilities, and you can describe, you can remove the duplicates, etc. You can create a chart, you can analyze or missing imputation of a specific variable as well. If you want to analyze the predictive power score of a particular variable, you can also have that. And then in case you want to highlight, so like for example in conditional formatting like in Excel, here also you can highlight certain outliers or certain missing observations here by clicking on clicking on this button or so. So let's quickly talk about like how to describe or get the standard statistics of a particular variable and all. So let's click on the describe. So here you will get the new browser tab, and we'll see the different types of statistics here. So for example in state, right, if you click on state, you will get the, so I am not very interested in mean, median, mode. These are like standard output, but for categorical variable I'm more interested towards the value count, which we can talk about like what is the count, frequency counts of different categories in a state variable. And you can also select few of the things as well like aggregation and all. In case you want to take a look for the different words and their counts, so this feature is very important from the purpose of doing the natural language processing, and where we analyze any text based information, etc., right? And similarly in case you want to see and summarize, look into it, different statistics for continuous variable, you can click on this, and then you can get the different statistics like for example minimum, median, mean, max, standard deviation, all these summary statistics. And apart from your summary statistics, you can also get to understand about the box plot, which helps you in order to get certain outlier detection and all. Histogram also that you can see here, a very beautiful version of the histograms that you can see. QQ plot, categories, that you can also always be helpful to see all these charts in order to get these summaries of coming from the specific variables. So like for example like this, so this to get and analyze with the help of Dtale library, all these things are like in very easy in nature to analyze all these variables. So in case you want to go back and see what are the other features we have in this Dtale library coming up with, so you can create the new columns as well. So many times it happens like either you need to create a dummy variable, or you need to create a new variable for the purpose of creating a derived variable also. And sometimes you also have to transform a particular target variable or something for the purpose of machine learning models, that you can also do it here for with like exponential smoothing of selecting any specific variable. You can also perform some difference any specific for between the different variables as well. You can also standardize a specific variable also. So with build column features, you can always do that certain things. Okay, now so as I other features we can talk about here, correlation also. Here you can analyze the correlation as well. The another thing which is important from the purpose of specific automation here is like you can remove the duplicates. So in case you'll click on removing the duplicates, you can remove duplicate columns in case you have any. You can also remove any duplicate rows as well, and you can also see what all observations which are duplicate as well. So these are also a couple of features we have in Dtale. If you click on any of these variables, you can get to understand about certain other features as well. Like you can rename the variables, you can clean certain columns. So overall, Dtale library is good for all the purpose of useful features which can helpful for the purpose of developing machine learning model as well. So now, so this is about Dtale. Now let's quickly take a look on Pandas profiling output, right? So I can show you how Pandas profiling output has been coming up. Yeah, here. So Pandas profiling here, you can simply use the pandas underscore profiling and dot profile report of that particular data frame. And here you can always mention like the HTML output file, so which will be saved up in your working directory. So here I have just clicked on the statement which is been processing right now, and after the report will be completed, there will be a new file with the name of cpg underscore html file will be created in the working directory. And then there are a lot of analysis that you can get to see coming in that particular report. So let's just wait for this particular reports to come in the working directory, and then we'll see what are the different results is been coming up in there. So it will take some time to process it, um, you know so let's wait. So overall, while it has been running it out, I can talk about like my experience. Whenever we work on any machine learning projects, I normally prefer to work on pandas profiling to get the automated reports, and then further analyze the important information coming in variable. And whenever we need to work on any dashboard kind of thing where we need to create any particular chart or any special visualization as well, we use like Automwiz or Sweewiz libraries for the purpose of visualizing the different variables and all. So I think Automwiz or Sweewiz libraries that can be helpful in order to visualize your variables. And pandas profiling in detail is something that you can analyze for the purpose of exploratory data analysis, getting to understand about different statistics and all, right? So I think one component of summarizing data set has been completed, and it is generating now the report structure. It will take some time, and let's wait. I have already executed the Autowiz libraries, so it will not take some time. It is there in this here. So while it is been running up, like pandas profiling, it is running. I think we can always see what is the output that is been coming up for the Autowiz. So for the Autowiz, you don't have to do a lot of things. It's just that Autowiz underscore class is something that you need to execute. I'll just save all these piece of code in my GitHub library and mention the link in the description box, and then you can download all these pieces. But so here you can see, so I think report has been downloaded, but I think we can just see the Autowiz library here. So Autowiz library, as I have said, like it is very well for the purpose of visualizing the results for different variables. So you can see like these are the correlation and scatter plot between the two variables, different types of different continuous variables. So you can see like this is the scatter plot between the customer lifetime value and total claim amount. So these are the different charts that you can see, that this is the QQ plot between the two continuous variable, and this is the outlier detection like the box plot and all. So all these plots, very beautiful plots that you can see between the different types of variables. And it will always, you can interpret the results like this is the matrix of correlation, where you can get to understand like the magnitude of a number, and interpret like the how much the correlation that exists between a type of variables, right? Certainly others, like for a categorical variable, you can get to see about the bar plot, and all these different types of plots for different variables that you can see. So overall you can get to understand like this Sweetwiz and Autowiz libraries are very helpful in order to get some visualization of independent variables, right? So before moving ahead with Sweetwiz library, I think that particular pandas profiling report has been downloaded. So let's just quickly check the output of this HTML, or like this pandas profiling report. So yeah, so here it has been downloaded, so we can open up the report. So now you can see like this is, there are the three section. One is overview, second is warning, reproduction, and obviously there are certain other titles that you can see like overview, variables, interaction, correlation, etc. So warning is very special section where you can also see some of the additional insights which has been coming for a specific variable also. And this is an overview, like if it is a categorical variable, you will get to see certain statistics. If it is a continuous variable, there are certain sub statistics that you can also see. So for example, customer ID, obviously this is a high cardinality variable. This is a unique, this is the information that you can get it. State is the categorical variable. There are the certain categories, certain statistics like distinct, missing percentage and all, and the different count distribution in terms of bar plot that you can see for each categories under state variable. And if you click on toggle details, you can get to see different other things for this specific variable. So just click on this and you will see like total characters, unique percentages, first row or second row. There are certain other things that you can also see. uh, Here the important thing is you can see like the count and frequency percentage count as well, and the pie chart as well, like in case you want to take a look of percentage distribution in your data for each category of state variable, that you can also see here. Words, it is very important for the purpose whenever you are dealing with any text based information, where you can see what is the frequency of a highly occurrent word that is there in the variable, right? So that is the interpretation that you can get it for a categorical variable in this pandas reports. Similarly, for location code, it is again a categorical variable, similar results that you can expect, but there is an additional information that you can see is the high correlation. If you will toggle into this high correlation, you will get to see like this variable. However, this is in a category, like this is a categorical variable, and this, as per the report, it has found like high correlation with one field. It doesn't make any sense, but again, you can just take it and or ignore it as well. This is much important. Correlation is always much preferable between two continuous variables, right? So these are the examples of the results coming for a categorical variables. Now we can see some of the examples for numeric or continuous variables. So let's quickly take a look for this variable like monthly premium auto, right? So this is in a continuous variable. There are the three additional insights that you can see. High correlation, so you can see like this variable has been found as a high correlated with total claim amount. Also, this again there is a total claim amount, coverage, and vehicle class. So these are the three variables where this particular variable is being found as a highly collinear, right? So this is the additional information that you can get it apart from these like standard numbers. If you click on the toggle details, obviously you will get it some of the additional statistics, like for example coefficient of variations, standard deviation, mean, median, skewness. So this is a very useful library where you can get a in a one click of statement, you will click all these, you will get all these numbers, right? Some of the common values, extreme values, like top and bottom observation that you can get it here. Histograms also that you can see here, right? So it just will help you up to analyze like with normal distribution and all. So all these things are very important for the purpose of categorical analysis as well as descriptive analysis for a continuous variable. So yeah, I think this is the way this pandas profiling is going to help you up. A very quick and beautiful, a very easy to use library for the purpose of exploratory data analysis. Okay, so now let's quickly take a look of our final library, which is a Sweetwiz library. Okay, so alright, so for Sweetwiz library, I have just clicked on my report is equal to sweetwiz.analyze, and we can get the report, right? Again, this report has been coming up in a working directory. Let's click on this, and it will take some time to process this particular reports, and at the end we will get a very beautiful report in terms of charts and everything. Okay, here while this has been processing, important feature of Sweetwiz also that you can also mention the target feature also, like in case you are working on a you are doing bivariate analysis for machine learning projects, right? You have one target variable with you, so you can mention that target variable here, and then you can run this particular report. This report will be coming up taking or considering that as a target variable, and then the whole reports will get generated. So this is the additional features of this reports. While we were talking, this report has been coming up. So now you can see for categorical variable, different bar chart, different histograms for numeric variable that you can also see here. and different statistics like the way we have seen in the Pandas profiling, and with a very beautiful chart. So all in all, this is the way the reports has been coming up for the from the Sweewiz library. Again, Sweewiz are having certain like logos and all, but I think these all four libraries are very very useful for for the purpose of developing any data science projects, and I think it saves a lot of time for a data scientist, and they can concentrate in terms of developing the models with the different methodologies. So with that, I think we can wind up our video here, and then in the next video I'll talk about certain other things which are new in the market. And in case you want to you want to get more videos, and you want to encourage me, you can just like and subscribe my channel, and I'll be in touch with you. And you can also pass on your comments in case you want to get more information with any specific topics and all. Thank you so much for your time. Let's see you in the next video.